Hey guys, so it's time to do a quick little video here comparing the Sony Xperia Z1 Compact versus the Galaxy S4. Oh yes, let's do this. So the Z1 Compact is the latest Sony phone here, which is a 4.3-inch device, so a very small Android device, almost small as iPhones. So it's perfect for those guys that like small phones. And yes, I think it's small phones personally. Maybe you don't think so, and that's perfectly cool. But it's a pretty insane phone because it's a 20 megapixel camera. It has Snapdragon 800, it's something that's the Galaxy Note 3, it's waterproof, and I'm probably going to get this device very soon. So you can see some pictures of it here, and I want to compare it pretty quick here against the Galaxy S4. Yeah, I want to totally do that. So we do have, of course, the Galaxy S4, nothing weird or anything with that. Samsung's high-end phone for last year, 2013. So let's go over it a little bit quick here. So first of all, it seems like they solved the display issues with the Z1 Compact versus the Sony Xperia Z1. The viewing angles was horrible on the first generation Xperia Z and Z1, but the Xperia Z Ultra apparently had a better display, like a triluminous display. Seems like this one also will feature that, so hopefully no poor viewing angles anymore. Big difference here, 5-inch display with a 1080p resolution and 400 pixels per inch on the S4 versus only a 4.3-inch display, same size as the Galaxy S2 and like the Galaxy S4 Mini and a bunch of other devices. This one has a 720p resolution and way lower PPI and 100 pixels per inch less. But then again, 300 PPI pixels per inch is still 6, so you're gonna get amazing there on both. But that's gonna be a key thing, like, do you want a big phone? Do you want a small phone? And I think that these devices cost around the same at the moment in the store, around $700. Of course, the price will go down on the S4 when the S5 comes out. Key difference here also is that the internal storage is only 16GB on the Z1 Compact. Card slot is good, so you can insert a second card. If you take a lot of pictures, that's going to be awesome. But if you like to install a lot of apps and games, 16GB, you're not going to get that far with that if it's heavy games. 16, 32, 64GB variants here are the S4, plus the micro SD option for taking a lot of pictures and having a lot of music and data in your device. Another key difference here is 30 megapixel camera on the S4 versus a very high resolution here, 20 megapixels on the Z1 Compact, which is pretty intense actually. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Secondary 2 megapixel camera as well, 1080p recording at 30 frames per second, no weird things at all. Both are, I mean, of course, getting the latest version of Android, like the 4.4.2 KitKat Boy in the future. It's already available for the S4, and of course this phone, Z1 Compact, is coming out on the market. Another key difference here, of course, is that it's waterproof, the Z1 Compact, water and dust proof, which could be a big deal for many people. Snapdragon 800, so there's also a S4 with Snapdragon 800 called the Galaxy S4 Plus. Probably maybe have different names in different regions, but the default one has Snapdragon 600, GTI 9505. Then of course there's another variant of the S4, which I think not is that much for Europe or the US market, which I mostly target these videos to. Quad core on both, 1.9 GHz on the S4 versus 2.2 GHz on the Z1 Compact. And of course wide tires, because it's a 2014 device from Sony. Samsung's going to bring out their good stuff also very soon. GPU is almost the same here, it feels like on the name. Adrian 320 versus 330, which is good for Gameloft games, not so good for Rockstar games. So you should probably not notice a big difference there in terms of gaming. Battery, you actually get a higher battery here on the S4, 2600 mAh versus 2300 mAh, probably because it is a bigger phone in general. I mean, 5-inch display needs probably a little bit bigger device. 4.3 inch is a little bit more slimmed down, so you're probably gonna get pretty amazing battery life here on both devices, or pretty okay at least. Yeah, just a quick little video comparing them. Hopefully you did enjoy this quick little video. Peace out.